Hi, my name's Mr. Ward, and today we'll be covering the U-turn and three-point turn section, otherwise known as turning around. Alright, so as we cover these three-point turns and U-turns, there are several different ways that we can do those. We're going to start with a three-point turn. As you can see, there's a few basic points from our handbook, and we're going to go through these. Alright, a three-point turn or a Y-turn is usually when the road is fairly narrow and we're unable to make a U-turn. Alright, so as we turn down this first road, we realize we're going the wrong direction. Alright, so we find the simplest way for us to get back is to make a Y-turn. Alright, so we can see in front of us, we can see behind us, and it's a narrow road, so we can complete a U-turn. We signal to pull over. Alright, once we've come to a complete stop, alright, we kind of check our mirrors to see if it's possible. Head check. Alright, we'll turn on our left blinker. Alright, turn our wheels all the way to the left. And our first goal is to make a U-turn, but as the road's too narrow, we'll stop, put it in reverse. Alright, we'll turn our wheels the other way, to the right. Alright, we back up, still looking behind us, making sure there's nothing around. We put it back in the drive, and we're able to continue down the road. No need to signal or additional stop needed. We're in the middle of the road and we keep driving straight. Alright, so that was a Y-turn, so here's a U-turn. You can see a few basic facts from the handbook. Those things at the top may be a test question later on. Alright, and we're going to cover a few of the different examples today. Alright, so as you can see, there's 5 listed. Alright, and on top of these 5, each city has their own rules of when they can be done, when they can't be done, how's appropriate. So make sure you know your local area. We'll kind of cover some of the basics. More than likely, your driving test will probably be something similar to this. A U-turn on a street without markings, usually a typical residential area. Alright, so on this type road, we pull over to the right, we signal. Alright, we come to a complete stop. Alright, before we turn, we want to make sure there's no one in front of us, behind us. So we do that by glancing at our mirrors. So as we glance our mirrors, alright, signal left. Always make sure we head check. Alright, the part of a narrow street like this, we need to come to a complete stop on the other side of the road. And so that makes this one a little bit different, and more than likely this is what would be on your test. So in no markings, residential area, we make the turn, come to a complete stop, signal left, head check again, and then we're able to continue up the road. Alright, here's a little bit wider road. Alright, we can see some road markings. Alright, so usually our best option on these is to pull over to the right. We always pull over to the right, make a good stop. Turn on our left blinker, check our mirrors, head check. Alright, the difference is when the road's a little wider, especially with the markings, as we turn, we're able to continue driving down the road. We don't need to pull over again. Alright, here's an example of a big old wide road, Washington Boulevard, and we need to turn around, so we get into the turning lane. So our left blinker's on, we've come to a complete stop, we have to yield to the traffic, knowing that after we turn, we're going to have to keep driving. So we want to make sure that there is plenty of room for us to make the turn, as well as accelerate and not slow down any traffic. Alright, so as we wait for that opportunity, we make that turn. And we're pretty much turning into a lane so we can continue to drive, pick up our speed so that we blend into traffic. And that's a U-turn on a major road. Alright, there's times where we have a median like we have here on the left that don't allow us to turn into where we're going. So it's sometimes necessary to make a U-turn at an intersection. So the main thing to keep in mind here, obviously these cars are there, but we're also worried about to our left, making sure that no one is coming right. So as we check there, we're able to complete that U-turn, drive down the road, and turn into that place that we needed to get into. Alright, a few of the basic questions that we could go over. Alright, so the first one need to be 500 feet. Alright, it is illegal to make a U-turn on a freeway, and there's lots of different places that are illegal. There's usually signs placed. Alright, and then a U-turn should always be done if you know the law for that area. Alright, so a couple basic questions. Hopefully this helps you out, clear up some of the confusion with the different places that you can do a U-turn.